Hello there, investors. Welcome to another property tour today. Today, I bring to you Alaro City, Lagos. I know some of you have been hearing about Alaro City. Alaro City is around Lekki Epe Expressway. It's a city inside a city, more than Victoria Island, Ikoyi, name it. It's a very big estate, and we have three sections. We have commercial hub, we have industrial hub, and we have residential hub. Commercial hub is where we have school, hotel, hospital, and all. And the industrial hub is where we have a soft factory, and we have residential parts where you can buy land, you can build, and you can buy housing units. So I will give you detail about Alaro City in my video with my fellow colleague. Sit, relax, make sure you watch the video to the end.
Yes, for a 2-bedroom apartment, which is currently one of the cheapest in the free zone. So all the units here are actually sold. Like I said, we sell before we build. Wondering if this is a place they can invest in, you can let them know that we have a lot of people who have bought. So this is what a standard 2-bedroom apartment unit looks like. It comes with most of your fittings, the AC in all rooms, inclusive of the living rooms. It's an Italian-styled kitchen, mosaic backsplash, kitchen islands. There's common room area here for your washing machine and laundry or what have you, or some. Well, depends on what you want to use it for. Comes with all the cupboards, kitchen vents, and all of that. So this is what a standard 2-bedroom is the same floor plan. Restaurants and all of that is going to be here. It's a secured environment. Every client or resident will have a key access card
to the amenities,
not to the gate.
Okay.
So they will have their own key access card. It has its own security outside Alaro City security. So there's security there, there's security here. But people are wondering, oh, is this safe? And all of that. So in terms of price, this is a standard 2-bedroom apartment unit priced at $79,950. So our products are priced in USD. The client that wants to pay in Naira, you can give them the equivalent rate of the day. And we use the parallel market rates to sell the product.
How many floors in total?
Three. So ground floor, 3 floors.
So is it just the apartments you guys are releasing for sale? This is a standard 2-bed apartment.
Yes. And when we launched Alaro City, they came here to build their own, thing here. So you can also have an investor, a developer that wants to do something like this, maybe another 500 and something. We have plots of land. Alaro City, we sell plots of land. So Universal One came, bought plots of land, and they are building this. It's just a JV between us and them. They build, we sell. So that's what I said. So if you have maybe an investor that's looking for where to invest back home, you can also do a JV with them. If they build, or we give them land, we sell. So it's dependent on, they have so much opportunities here. So if they want to build, sell, or they need us to do the building for them, we have a construction and delivery department also. So it's dependent on wherever the client wants to invest in. It's open for roundtable talks. And in terms of water and power, it is per consumption. So it's what you use, you pay for, although there's a standard rate. So if the client is not around, he traveled out, nothing is reading, it stops reading. Also, we have a 24-month payment plan for the Universal Homes apartment.
With interest or without interest?
So it's not without interest, $79,950. After your 25% initial deposit, we spread the rest for you. It could be quarterly, it could be monthly. It is dependent on how the client wants to pay. It is when there is now a default from the client and no communication of the client's offer letter. There are rules and regulations that have been set. But in a situation whereby your client or prospect does not communicate, and before the due dates, we have a transactions team that reaches out to them. Sasa, by 20-something of December, your next payment is due. 20-something comes, we don't hear anything from you. We're entering 2025, we don't hear anything from you. We start charging you interest for that. Okay. So yes, that's the way.
24 months is interest free?
Yes. The agreement was I'll pay monthly, but due to life happening, and we want to do quarterly, I'll pay in bulk. So just communicate. Once there's a communication, nobody will bug anybody, or we don't want to assume that you don't want the product again, right? And we'll always do our findings, which, I mean, we could be sending a mail, the person may not be receiving it because of some occurrences. So we reach out, that's from documentation, we know who next of kin is and all of that. It is when nobody is reaching out, there'll be interest. And if after that there's still nothing, we conclude that we are terminating the contract. And everything is via email. So for example, a client has bought this unit, right? He can decide to furnish it, then put it up for rent. So that will not determine what is charging for the rent. But an empty unit like this, 5,000 USD. So the person comes by himself to furnish, and we don't do the furnishing. Of course, at the end of the day, it would be. It's inevitable. I don't want a space like that. I would rather buy land and build. We have plots of land. And our minimum acquirable here is 500 square meter. So yeah.
How much is per square meter?
$150 per square meter. For our plots of land, it's not 24 months. It's 12 months. 12 months. And also payment plan based off of our plot of land can also be curated, which is now dependent on the size. So for example, for example, I buy a whole unit like this and I'm putting it up for rent. So you come and speak to me, how much are you putting your unit by? If I say 5,000 USD, 5,000 times. Some people's rent differs per the floor. You know, Nigerian way of doing things. Once you're upstairs, you pay more.
Is there elevator there? Or
no, there's no staircase. The building guideline says that from third floor, that's when you put an elevator. Okay. That's what is generally accepted. Everything is open to roundtable talk. If you're buying multiple units and you want, okay, I'm doing multiple units, can I do more than 24 months? I mean, it makes sense. By the time we do our proposal and calculate how much we'll be getting to what you'll be paying and all of that, table discussion. But one unit to make it more than it's not possible.
What about one unit on outright?
So for outright payment, there's a discount. Outright purchase, there's a 9,000 USD off. So instead of 79,950, the client will pay 70,950.
So if I'm buying like 2 units or 3 units, I won't pay. What's the discount?
So there's no actual price point to it. It's discussion, and it varies. The discounts that, I mean, somebody that buys, there's somebody that bought 42 units. Will be different from 3 units. So it's open to done it. If you were in this place as at June, July, it's this green was not here.
The whole idea, that sustainability
is there.
The generation is craving for, we are planning for.
It's here.
You see this green, we won't wake up one day and put a house. That's the typical Nigerian kind of building. You see that space, we'll put house there. Sustainability, something you build for your children. And of course, the investment.
Also, it's good to mention that Alaro City has 150 hectares for just green.
Just green.
Green.
Like that in Nigeria. Nothing.
And I'm sure they mentioned that we have 4 greenways in Alaro City. They are literally canals, right? But we have beautified it. We have done our construction and delivery way to make it greenways. We didn't block it. We didn't push water. We didn't do anything. So if we go to the industrial park, you see they've started planting on it. So water is more like a park. There'll be park benches. People can chill out. I know. So it is well thought of. Alaro is a designed city. There's a master plan. Like, we're not cutting portion to sell. Even for those that buy 500 square meter, that 500 square meter, you won't build on 500 square meter. There are setbacks. We have building guidelines, and you can't go past the building guidelines. So for somebody buying maybe 500 square meter, you can only build on 400 or 300, depending on what you show us. So if you say the semi-detached or a bungalow or duplex, car park is inevitable. There has to be setback for green. It's picket fence. they're not building, you're not shielding anything. So it's picket fence, there's landscape. So there's a lot of, it's planned, and we don't go against, there's no amount of money that maybe somebody wants. We have people that will say, no, I want to utilize all my spaces. We can't do that here. Can't do that here. So I want 500 square meters. You will build that there's no place to park. There's no place to no. We've had somebody that wanted to buy, is it not 10 hectares or how many, to build like a family house. But what was the issue? He wants to put fence. We don't allow it here, regardless of the money. That's money for us. We could have taken it. But we don't allow such, because by the time when you finish building, the next person's fence may want to reach. So no, this is the design, and we are big on green. If it's that, I mean, our MD, Alaro City put together, we are big on greenery. We don't play about it. If you are making a product that the water that is waste from what you are doing is too much, because we manage all your sewage too in Alaro City, we will tell you to know. So all those cement, there are some things that you can do. Everything is light because there's a residential aspect to Alaro City. So this place is light, no noise. You can't hear, the floor is not shaking from what they are doing. So per light industry, they move in their things, they ship in the parts, and they assemble here, and they send it out to the vendor, customer, that buys. So another way to speak to it is when you want to benefit from the free zone. So all the parts that they are bringing in, being that they are a free zone entity. And by free zone entity means that for companies like this, all their raw materials or whatever they need, when they import it, they don't pay custom or excise duties because they are a registered free zone company. The reason why there's a free zone in Lagos State or any part of the world is to bring foreign direct investments and also help the economy. So that is why when you want to register, they must see what is the country going to benefit from this service that you want to do. That is why the free zone was created. Okay, we're trying to remove you from paying custom or excise duty. You're not going to pay VAT. You won't know withholding on your tax. And BUA is doing soap, rendering to neighboring countries and all of that. They even supply most of their customers are international, not even local here. So which they will agree to. For aerial foods, they are currently exporting to 16 countries from here. So those are the categories of things that NEBSA will use to qualify if you can be a free zone entity and all of that. Thank you. Dealership, machinery, we all know them. They bring in the parts, they assemble, and they send it out benefiting from the free zone. They have their office outside the customs territory, but because they want to benefit from the free zone too, that's why they put a location here. Their office is behind. So all the way down there is TY Development. That's building that has like a gold design, and it's building a grade A logistics park. It's sitting on 90,000 square meters. So it's 9 hectares. It is huge. So it's going to be a supply chain, customers, vendors, and all of that. So it's more like a warehouse.
Okay, don't worry.
So it's more like a warehouse, and what have you. And TY Development is owned by TY Danjuma himself. So if your clients are speaking to why should I invest here, if you have BUA that does sugar, cement and everything, doing a backward integration, that how can we benefit from the free zone, and they start making detergents. You have Mantra here, Cranebog that does the Lekki Expressway. They are also our clients here. They have a plot at the other side. Aerial Foods, they are Canadians, they are here. And we have other brands all the way down. This is Sana Construction. Although their facility is not yet developed, but they are fully operational. Alaro City is building an ecosystem from investor to investor. In this, for example, Sana Industries, they do blocks, concrete and all of that. Because of their presence and because they are benefiting from the free zone, The contract to do the Grade A logistics park was awarded to them. So they are the ones managing that. There's this plot with the yellow container is for Rossetti. There's nothing there, but Rossetti is the one doing Universal's home link road. So your neighbor is your next business person. Do you understand? So if you buy land here, or if your client buys land here, it doesn't have to go and be buying construction materials. It's literally here and buying from people that they're not paying customer excise duty. Your cost of production has reduced at least by 25%. So those are the benefits. But if you want to bring somebody outside, great. But when you work with people here, that everything has been subsidized for them because it is beneficial. If you need tractor, if you want to rent to sand field, to do anything, it's literally here. So you can speak to the ecosystem that Alaro City is building, investor to investors. They would like to know the type of people that are here. So you need to know the companies that are here, because if companies that have made name and still decided to buy into what we are doing in Alaro City, there's definitely a return on investment. There's something, so you can speak to it. Maybe clients that maybe wants to, or businesses that wants to move here and they are thinking on residential parts, they can now buy Universal Homes. So speaking to the Universal Homes, TY development, they were the ones who bought 42 units of UH. So everybody that they are going to bring and all of that. Another benefit of the free zone is that they don't pay expatriate quota. So if you need to set up something and the only person that can do it is from Germany, you can bring in the person without paying any expatriate quota. So that's another benefit of the free zone. So no matter where the person is in the world, if you go to the Lekki free zone, you'll see some of their machines there. It's not the people that can operate it are not Nigerians. So it will speak to the quality of what you want to develop here. That you will buy land, you now have to do a mediocre development. No, everything is subsidized. If you want to bring in this person to come and do this machine, to work on this and all of that. And then in terms of labor market, we're close to Ekpe. So it's a design city. The land to the roads to everything. If you look at Mantrack, this is 28,000 square meters. See where the building started from. There has to be set back. You will not build and reach the gate. Their office is all the way to the back. So if people like you are following rules and regulations, then every other person will follow. So that's literally it. Bua, they are making detergents, aerial foods, therapeutic food for malnourished children, Sana Industries. We have, after Sana, we have Manau. There's Manau. We have HMD just after Sana. If you see all the way inside, there's Ron Gas. There's Alaro Nursery too, is inside. We have Cranebourg inside. That's our independent power plant at the back. We're not connected to the national grid. So there's nothing like.
So I remain your number one trusted consultant in Lagos City. Ibrahim Mood is my name.